All right, what's up, y'all? I hope you have enjoyed your snow day today, and I hope that you have done your school from home. All right, so with us missing a lot of this week, I thought it was pretty important for me just to go ahead and actually teach this lesson to you. So, thanks for joining me today. And let's look over this stuff. Let's look over some economic review of the Americas, or of Latin America specifically. Okay. So starting here, you have your standard. Okay, the student will describe the factors that cause economic growth and examine their presence or absence in Latin America. So let's start this up and let's look at over this. All right. So you have your learning target. I will understand the impact of human capital, capital goods, and natural resources have had on the economic success of countries in Latin America. Your other learning target is I will understand how different Latin American countries' literacy rates affect its standard of living. Okay, so there's our learning target. Let's talk about some of this stuff. We'll start with right here with gross domestic product, also known as GDP. Okay, that is actually the total value of goods and services produced in a country in 1 year. Okay, now if we look lower right here, we'll see the GDP of a country can tell us how strong of an economy a country has. The higher the GDP, the stronger the economy. The lower the GDP, the weaker the economy. So you want to have a high GDP. You don't want to have a low one. You want to have a high GDP. Okay, now what's something that countries can do to increase their GDP? Well, they can invest in something called human capital. Human capital is an investment in education, training, skills, and healthcare of workers in a business or a country. So, when a country invests in their people's education, they are investing in their human capital. When a business sends someone off to school to learn how to do their job better, they're investing in their human capital. They are investing in the workers. Okay? All right? Countries that invest in human capital usually see an increase in their GDP. So the more money they put into human capital, the higher the GDP. All right, now let's talk about physical capital. Okay, also known as capital goods. That's what we call it in our class, capital goods. That is factories, machines, technologies, buildings, and property needed for a business to operate. So when you invest in capital goods, that would be like a restaurant investing in a better stove. When I go eat at a restaurant, I don't want to eat at a restaurant that has a stove from 1957. I want to eat at a restaurant with a brand new stove or a brand new grill. So when you invest in these things, it's going to make the product better. Think about this. Restaurant A has a grill from 1942. Restaurant B has a grill from 2018. Which one's going to make the better hamburger, right? Okay, probably going to be the newer one. Okay, all right. Look at it from technology standpoint. If business A has a computer from 2017 and business B is using, y'all won't get this joke, but a gateway computer from 1997, which one's going to have the better business probably? Which one's going to be able to make things faster? Okay, probably business A, the one with the faster computer. All right. So when a country also invests in capital goods or physical capital, their GDP goes up as well. All right. Just a quick little GDP per capita. Looking at this, the value of goods and services produced per country in a year. As you can see, Venezuela is at 12,767. Brazil is at 11,340. Cuba at 12,700. Mexico at 9,742. And United States at 49,965. Okay? You want to have a higher GDP. So if you look at the current numbers right here on this slide, who has the highest out of all these countries? That would be the United States. They have the highest GDP. Okay? And that usually means when you have a high GDP, you have a higher standard of living. Remember, a standard of living is how well people live in a country. All right. Now, let's look at natural resources. Natural resources are things that come from the earth, like forest. All right, so sorry, I'm back. I had to move to a different place in my house. My washing machine sounds like it was about to explode, and I don't want it to interrupt what we were doing. All right, so again, natural resources are things that come from the earth, like forest, fertile soil, and minerals. Okay, all right. Natural resources are valuable to a country. Countries must import natural resources that they do not have and that they need. So you want to be a country that has a lot of natural resources. If you don't have any natural resources, you have to go out and buy those. That's not what you want to do, because that means you got to spend money. You want to be a country that has natural resources and that can sell them to other countries. When you sell those, you make more money. Okay? All right. So some countries like Venezuela produce more oil than they need. Now, if they produce more oil than they need, what does that mean? They have an excess amount, meaning they can do what? Well, it means they can sell that oil and make money off of it. Okay? They can use the money from oil to buy other natural resources they need. So maybe if country A has a lot of oil, country B has a lot of trees for timber, those two can trade because country A needs the timber and country B needs the oil. Okay? All right, so moving on, let's talk about entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are people that risk their own time and money and resources because they believe that their business ideas will earn a profit. So when someone starts their own business, they are an entrepreneur. They're going out on a limb. They don't know if it's gonna work, and if it doesn't, if it fails, they lose money. But if it pays off and it works, then hey, they make a lot of money and they can have a successful business. If you've ever watched the show Shark Tank, everybody on Shark Tank is an entrepreneur. They've started their own business. They have an idea that they're going with, and they are trying to get the sharks to help invest in their business that will make them more money. Now, the business must sell goods or services to generate an income, because income, you got to make money. Businesses also have expenses. The difference between income and expenses is profit. So if you have, let's talk about this. Let's think about this. If you started your own t-shirt company, okay, all right, and you're making t-shirts for a living, okay, this is a popular idea. A lot of people do this. If I am making my own t-shirt company, I have to buy the t-shirts from someone first, and then I put my own print on it. I don't have the means to just sew together t-shirts. I buy the t-shirts from somebody. That's expenses. Now then I can put the print on them and then I sell them. So what I have to do is I have to subtract all the money I spent on buying the t-shirts first before I sell them, and then the outcome of that money would be the profit. Okay, so if I buy the t-shirts for $2 and I sell them for $10, what's my profit for each t-shirt? $8, right? Okay, all right. So entrepreneurs are important to countries' economies because they create jobs. Okay, example, there was a man named Samuel Walton, okay, in Arkansas. All right, Samuel Walton had this idea to open this store that had cheaper prices and everything you could possibly need. Well, Samuel Walton now provides people with a ton of jobs. He started a place called Walmart, and Walmart employs people all over the world. So it's important for him. He did that a long time ago, and that created jobs for all types of people. Okay? All right, so entrepreneurs are important because they create jobs. All right. Literacy rate and standard of living. We've talked about this before, but it's been a while. Literacy rates are the percentage of people in a country that can read or write. Okay? All right. So in the standard of living is a grade of substance and comfort in everyday life enjoyed by a community, class, or individual. All right. So you want to have a high literacy rate, because a high literacy rate, you can see this right here, equals a high standard of living. A low literacy rate equals a low standard of living. So the more people in a country who can read or write, that means they will they'll have a higher education level, right? Okay, they'll be smarter, they can do more jobs. When people can do better jobs, okay, higher level thinking jobs, they're going to make more money, all right, which is good for a country's GDP, okay, all right, which also leads to a higher standard of living, all right, okay. Now this last slide we're going to look at right here, it's a breakdown of literacy rates. This is not that current, okay, but it still gives you an idea of kind of what this looks like and the literacy rates and how it kind of equals out to. Notice that Haiti is they have the least, they have the worst literacy rate, which isn't surprising. Haiti it has its economic struggles. And remember, if you have a lower literacy rate, you have a lower standard of living. And unfortunately, Haiti currently has a lower standard of living than some of the other countries. Now, that's not saying that everybody's poor there, because there are very wealthy people there. But if we look at this and we're just looking at literacy rate, they have a lower literacy rate than somewhere like Brazil or Colombia or Mexico. Okay, all right. So that's all the lesson we have. That's our overview. Now, you are looking at a Nearpod here, so the next thing you need to do is you need to take the quiz, okay? And it's not very long, so just do your best with it, and please hit send after you answer questions. Don't leave anything unanswered, please, okay? All right, guys, I hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to see you on Friday. All right.